Okay, last video for tonight. I have made up for the whole week that I was on sabbatical, didn't I? I'm using the water as a metaphor for cleansing and refreshing. I really hate when people, well, let me say this. My biggest pet peeve is lying. I would rather you tell me you don't want to tell me something, it's not my business, you don't want to share now, or whatever the case may be, than versus you lie to me. To me, when you lie to a person, you're saying that they're not capable of being able to understand the truth. I would much rather you tell me the truth whether I like it or not, and give me the opportunity to decide. I watched part of this woman's video, and the whole thing of the gaslighting, the few subs that actually really watch her and call in. There's some woman on there talking some whole thing about suing and defamation of character and making us poor by closing down our YouTube page. I don't know why everybody's under the assumption that all of us get paid. I have not made one penny from YouTube. I have not monetized yet. I could be. But I never want my videos to be where I'm doing it for the money. Because I'm always going to be truthful whether you like my truth or not. I don't ever have to gaslight people, lie to them, manipulate them, or anything for money. Money is not the be-all. And it's funny to me how these all so-called Christians, all they keep talking about is the money. Same thing with this YouTuber. All she keeps talking about is people trying to cut off her resources. Well, my thing is this. God gave me the ability and the mental intellect to be able to make as much money as I possibly want. And I think it's piss poor when you say you're a follower of Christ and you only have one stream of income coming into your home. Because if you look at the Garden of Eden, which was the beginning, there was 5 rivers flowing into that one garden. And that shows that God said, don't depend on one river as your resources. You got 4 more to back up the first one. And so that's how I live my life. I don't have one stream of income coming into my home. I have multiple. And for those of you who are sitting there listening to this fake teacher, prophet, I don't know what they call themselves. If they're not teaching you the precepts of God and what God really says, if all they're teaching you is how to pray against somebody and curse somebody and try to strike them dead, then you'll never gain what God has for you. But even in the midst of that, there's something that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be an ambassador for God. That's what Jesus said to us, for us to go out and spread the gospel, not sit in a van. And even if you chose to spread the gospel on YouTube, then it would not all be doom and gloom, because the Bible is full of victorious stories of people who've overcome, and God shone a light. He shone prosperity, health, and a multitude. The list is so long I couldn't even go into all of it right now. So if you can't teach me how to use the word in my everyday life, then you don't need to be a teacher. If all you can do is talk about yourself and doom and gloom and cursing other people, then you're not a follower of Christ. And I don't care how many of you come to my page and call yourself checking me. If God himself does not come down and tell me to stop, I shall not stop. So you are wasting your breath, your time, and your typing ability to leave a comment on my page. Because what I do know is I know the true and living God, And he ain't over there sitting in the back of a van. Not at all. Good night, y'all.